Hello student, good evening. I hope all of you are good and I am also good. So today I will take another class from chemistry, that is from solution, and this is the last lecture or third lecture of the solution. Okay, so our question is like that: a 0.1 molar aqueous solution of a weak acid is 30%. Okay, a 0.1 molar aqueous solution of a weak acid is 30% ionized, and if Kf for the water is 1.86 degree C per mole, the freezing point of the solution will be what we have to find out. Okay, so what is given in the questions, let's try to find out. Now what is given here? Degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation is what? Alpha is 30%. 30% means 0.3. now band of factor so band of factor I is 1 plus alpha for weak acid. Okay, for weak acid band of factor is weak acid band of factor I equal to 1 plus alpha. You put the value of alpha here, so you will get 1.3. that is I is what, sir? I is 1.3 and alpha is 0.3. fine. Now Kf for water is given 1.86 degree C per mole, and molality is given here 0.1 mole. Okay, now we have to find out. Now there is one formula, del Tf equal to change in freezing point is equal to I into Kf into m. Okay, so what is I? I is 1.3, Kf is 1.86 and molality is 0.1. If you multiply this one, you will get 0.24. The answer will be 0.24. So del Tf is this one. Now therefore Tf is what? T of F will be 0 minus 0.24. That is minus 0.24 degree C is the answer. So option D will be the correct answer. Okay, so let me explain again. One question is given. The question is like that: as 0.1 molar aqueous solution of a weak acid is 30% ionized, that is the degree of dissociation is 30%. Okay, that means alpha equal to 30%, that is alpha equal to 0.3. now if Kf for water is 1.86 degree per meter, the freezing point of the solution will be what we have to find out. Fine. Now what is given here? I am reading here. The degree of dissociation alpha is 30%, that is 0.3. Band of factor I equal to 1 plus alpha, that is 1 plus 0.3, that is 1.3. And Kf is 1.86 degree C per mole, and m is given, molality is 0.1. Okay. Now I use the formula, that is change in freezing point, that is delta Tf equal to I into Kf into m. From that I find out what is Tf. Okay. The Tf is 0.24. That is Tf equal to 0 minus 0.24. That is minus 0.24 will be the correct answer. Okay. I hope all of you understood this one. Okay. Our next question is like that. That is question number 2. Is 200 ml of an aqueous solution of a protein contains its 1.26 gram. The osmotic pressure of this solution at 300 K is found to be 2.57 into 10 to the minus 3 bar. Okay, stop. The molar mass of protein will be, so what will be the molar mass of the protein? We have to find out. So number 1, option is A, B, C and D is given. Okay, so we have to find out the molar mass of the concentration. So what is given here? Given B equal to 200 ml. Okay, right? That is 200 into 10 to the minus 3 liter. And what is given here? Molar mass. The W equal to 1.26 gram. Aqueous solution of contain protein, and the osmotic pressure of the temperature is 300 K. R is given 0.083 liter bar mole minus 1 K minus 1. Okay. And osmotic pressure pi equal to 2.57 10 to the power minus 3 bar. So what we have to find out? We have to find out molar mass is what? So there is a formula in osmotic pressure. That is formula is pi b equal to nRT. Pi b equal to nRT. Okay, this equation is similar to pb equal to nRT in case of ideal gas equation. Okay, in case of ideal gas equation, this is very similar to this pb equal to nRT. Here p is pi. Okay, now pi b equal to n, we can represent W by m, number of moles we can represent mass by molecular mass, that is RT. So m will be WRT by pi b. So what is W here? W is 1.26, R is 0.083, T is 300 by pi is what? Pi is 2.57 into 10 to the power minus 3 into b is what? B is 200 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so if you calculate this part, this will be cancel, and what will left here? 3 into 1.26 into 0.083 into 3 divided by 2.57 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so its answer, if you simplify this, it will become 61038 gram per mole. This is the molecular mass of protein. This is the molecular mass of protein is what? 61038 gram per mole. So let me explain again in short. So the question is like that: 200 ml of an aqueous solution of a protein contains 1.26 gram. That means there is a solution. Okay, there is a protein solution. Suppose there is a container. In a container there is a protein solution. Okay, in the protein solution, the protein contain how much? There is 1.26 gram. Okay, and the volume of the solution is 200 ml. I converted in liter. Now temperature is what? 300, and the R gas constant is given 0.083 bar liter bar mole inverse K inverse, and osmotic pressure pi is given 2.57 into 10 to the minus 3 bar, and we have to find out the molecular mass, molar mass of the protein. So what is the molar mass of the protein? We have to find out. So now we use the formula in osmotic pressure. We use the formula pi b equal to nRT. We can replace the n by W by m. From that, m is what? This one is molecular mass of protein. So I just put here all the values in the right side, and after simplification, what becomes? It becomes 61038 gram per mole. And which option is correct here? Option D is correct, sir. So option D is the correct answer. I hope all of you understood this one. So our next question, that is question number 3, is like that. The question number 3 is like that: PA and PB are the vapor pressure of pure liquid components A and B respectively of an ideal binary solution. Okay, if XA represent the mole fraction of the component, then the total pressure of the solution will be what? 4 option is given. Which option is correct? We have to find out. Okay, let's check out. So we know that according to Raoult's law, Raoult's Raoult's law, we know that pressure P is PA XA plus PB XB. Okay, PA XA and PA PB XB. So P is the total pressure, this one is total pressure. Okay, total pressure of the solution, we can say total pressure of the solution, and XA is mole fraction of A and XB is mole fraction of B. PA is partial pressure of A and PB is pure pressure of B. Okay, so for binary, so this one is one equation. For binary solution, so for binary solution XA plus XB equal to 1. So XB equal to 1 minus XA. Now put the value of XB here. So therefore P equal to PA XA plus PB 1 minus XA. So this is the, so if you multiply this one, it will be PXA PB minus PB XA. Okay, if I take common XA here, from it will be PA minus PB plus PB. So which option is correct? So this is the total pressure of the solution. Which option is correct here? Option D is correct. Okay, see, option D is PB plus XA, PA minus PB. See here, PA is XA, PA minus PB plus PB. Okay, so this is so it will be the total pressure of the solution, okay, for binary system. So let me explain in short what is given here. Here given P and PB are the vapor pressure of pure liquid components A and B. That is A and B are the two components and its pure vapor pressure is PA and PB. Okay, and XA and XB are the two moles. Okay, mole fraction of the two components. Then we have to find out the total pressure of the solution is what. So according to Raoult's law, we know that the total pressure of the solution will be P equal to PA XA plus PB and XB. I put this one is equation 1. Again, we know that for a binary solution, remember this one, this is point to be noted here. Okay, so for a binary solution, XA plus XB will be 1. Always XA plus, that is the mole fraction of A and mole fraction of B always be 1, that is 100%. Okay, right? So from that we can find XB is what? 1 minus XA. I just put the value of XB in equation 1. Okay, after simplification I just cross multiply this one. After simplification what becomes? P equal to XA, PA minus PB plus PB. So which option is matching here? Option D is correct. So option D is matching here. Option D is correct options. Okay, I hope all of you got my point. Okay, so students, our next questions, that is portion number 4 from solution, is like that. The band of factor, that is I, the band of factor for a dilute aqueous solution of the strong electrolyte barium hydroxide. Okay, so strong electrolyte, that will be, which one will be the band of factor for strong electrolyte barium hydroxide, we have to find out. So what is the question? The question is like that, what will be the band of factor? That is, we have to find out the value of I is what for strong electrolyte. You have to remember this one, strong electrolyte. Okay, so strong electrolyte, which one? Barium hydroxide. The formula of barium hydroxide is what, sir? BaOH whole 2. Okay, so barium hydroxide BaOH whole 2 aqueous. Okay, it will be completely dissociated into Ba2 plus aqueous and 2OH minus. Okay, for strong electrolyte, for being strong electrolyte, assume consider 100% dissociation. Okay, so for 100% dissociation, what will be the charge? Here there is one charge is here and there is one ions. There is one ions positive and there is two ions. So band of factor I will be what? 3. Okay, so band of factor I will be here 3. So option D is correct. Option D is the correct answer. So band of factor you can find for strong electrolyte. I consider, since it is a strong electrolyte, in case of strong electrolyte, okay, in case of strong electrolyte, we can consider 100% dissociation. So for 100% dissociation, there will be 3 ions. One will be positive ions, barium 2 plus, and another will be 2 negative ions, that is 2OH minus. So band of factor we can calculate by adding the positive and negative ions. Okay. So student, our next question, that is question number 5th. It will be theoretically based questions. The question is like that: if molality of the dilute solution is double, if the molality of a dilute solution is double, okay, then the value of molar depression constant Kf will be what? It will be double, triple, unchanged or half. So there is one interesting point. The value of molar depression constant, that is molarity, does not depend on the molality, because it is constant for a fixed or particular solvent. Okay, so what will be the answer? The answer C will be the correct. Why? The value of molar depression constant. I write the answer here. C will be correct. Why? What is the reason? The molar depression constant Kf is unchanged, remains unchanged, remain unchanged when molality of a solution is doubled. Because what the reason is, just because depression constant, molar depression constant, there is molar depression constant is fixed for a particular solvent. Since here solvent is not changed, so since solvent is not changed, therefore depression constant will be not changed. Since solvent is not changed, so depression constant, molar depression constant will not be changed. Depression constant will not be changed. Okay, so molar constant will not be changed. The molar depression constant Kf, I write the reason here. The molar depression constant Kf is remain unchanged when molality of a solution is double. Because what is the reason? Because molar depression constant Kf, that is Kf, is fixed for a particular solvent. It depends on the nature of the solvent, not the molality. Okay, not the molality, it depends on the nature of the solvent. Since here solvent is not changed, so molality will be not be, the depression constant will not be changed. So this is the reason why option C will be the correct answer. Okay, so our next questions, that is question number 6 is like that: 36 gram of glucose dissolved per liter of the solution has an osmotic pressure of 4.98 bar at 300 degree temperature, 300 K temperature. If the osmotic pressure of the solution is 1.52 bar at the same temperature, then what will be its concentration? So first case, there are two cases. Okay, you have to remember this one. There are two cases. Okay, how can I solve this one? Okay, there are 4 options given. We have to find out. This is case 1 and case 2. Okay, so in first cases, osmotic pressure pi 1 is 4.98. Okay, and temperature is 300 K T1, you can say, and here osmotic pressure is pi 2. Second case 1.52. Okay, osmotic pressure is 1.52, and here temperature is same, that is T2 will be same, 300 K at the same temperature, and the concentration, that is here the concentration will be C1 equal to W by M. So W equal to mass of glucose, and molecular mass of glucose is 180. Okay, fine. And here concentration will be what we have to find out. Okay, these are the two cases here. There pi 1, pi 2 is given, T1 both are same, C1 is given 36 by 180 here, and we have to find out the concentration. Okay, so we use the formula. What? Which formula, sir? Pi equal to CRT. Okay, pi equal to CRT. There is one formula, osmotic pressure formula, and we use the formula. Here R and T are constant. So therefore pi proportional to C, is not it? Pi proportional to C. So come it here. If pi proportional to C, that is pi 1 by pi 2. That is, we can write pi 1 by pi 2 equal to C1 by C2. So pi 1 is pi 2. Pi 1 is what? 4.98, and pi 2 is 1.52. C1 is what? C1 is 36 by 180 by C2. So C2 will be 36 by 180 into 1.52 divided by 4.98. Okay, so if you divide here, what will be the answer? The answer will be 0.061. If you cut this, the answer will be 0.061. Therefore C2 will be 0.061. Okay, this is the concentration. It will be the concentration. So let me explain again. Here given there is a solution of what? Glucose solution. Okay, in a glucose 1 liter of glucose solution, there are 36 gram of glucose is dissolved in it. In a 1 liter, suppose this one is a container, and here water and glucose is there. Okay, so 1 liter of glucose. In 1 liter of glucose, how much quantity of 1 liter of solution water, how much quantity of glucose is there? 36 gram. From that we find out the concentration of the glucose is what? W by m, that is 36 by 180. 180 is the molecular mass of the glucose. Here osmotic pressure is given 4.98 bar. Okay, and temperature is 300 K. In the second case, they asked if the osmotic pressure is reduced to 1.52 bar at the same temperature, that is 300 K, that in that case what will be the concentration of the solution, we have to find out. So we use the formula pi equal to CRT. Here R and T both are constant, so we can say pi is directly proportional to C. From that we convert an equation, that is pi 1 by pi 2 equal to C1 by C2. I just put all the values except C2. Okay, after simplification what becomes? C2 came 0.061. So 0.061 is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer, right? So students, our next and last question of the lecture and the topics also. Okay, this is the last question. That is question number 7 of lecture number 3, and this is the last question of solution. Okay, from chemistry. Next class, in the next chemistry class will came the another chapter, the next chapter of class 12. Okay, physical part, and it will be the next chapter will be electrochemistry. The electrochemistry, from the electrochemistry we will do some numericals, and there will be some same 2 or 3 parts will be there. So the question is like that. 18 gram of glucose, that is CCH12O6, molar mass is given 180 gram per mole, is dissolved in 1 kg of water. Okay, and in a same pan at the same temperature, will this solution is boiled? So we have to check is it boiled or not. Okay, so which option is correct, we have to check out. So here what is given WB is 18 gram, MB is 180 molecular mass of glucose, and water, that is WA is 100 kg, 1 kg, that is 1000 gram, and KB is what? KB is 0.52, and boiling point of water is given here was 372.15. Okay, and which option is correct, it is boiled or not, we have to check. So there is one time changing boiling point, therefore del TB equal to KB into 1000 into WB by WA into MB, WA into M into B. Okay, so this is the formula. We have to just put the value of all these physical quantities. There is KB is 0.52, this one is 1000, and WB is what? WB is 18, and here WA is 1000, and MB is 180. Okay, If this one will be cancelled, and if we cut this one will be cancelled, it will be 10. So 0.52 by 10. So del TB equal to 0.52 by 10. It will be 0.052. Now the boiling point, okay, the boiling point of solution will be is equal to what? The boiling point is given 373.15 plus 0.052. So it will become 373.202 Kelvin. Okay, so boiling point of temperature will be 3.302 Kelvin, and it will be boiled at what temperature? It will, this oil is boiled, so the temperature will be this one. Okay, this is the boiling temperature, this is the TB. Okay, this is the TB, this is the boiling temperature of the solution. So option C will be correct. Option C will be correct. So let me explain again in short. So there is one question. The question is like that: 18 gram of glucose and it has molar mass is given dissolved in 1 kg of water in the same pan, and what will be the temperature of the solution of boil? So boiling temperature, if you mix something, if you pure water, if you take a pure water, then the boiling point will be 100 degrees C. If you mix something, that is, if you mix something in water, it will become impurities, and due to impurities the boil point will be increased or it may be decreased. Okay, so let's try to find out what will be happen here. So the boiling point will be increased due to impurities. So what is given here? Given WB is 18 gram glucose and MB is 180 molecular mass of the glucose, WA is 1 kg, that is mass of the water solvent. This one is solvent, water is here solvent, and 1000 gram KB is given. The next we find the del TB, that is changing boiling point. We find that this changing boiling point equal to KB into 1000 by KB into 1000 into WB by WA into MB. I just put all the values of the physical quantities and what is become 0.052. Now the boiling point of the solution will be what? It will be increased. No, this part is increases the boiling point. Okay, so boiling point, the previous one is given this one, so it is add up to this. Okay, and final boiling point will be 373.202 Kelvin, and this is the final answer. Okay, that is option number C will be the correct answer. Option number C will be the correct. So there is an announcement for all of you. Those are watch my videos. Every day there will be for video for all of you. It will be in systematic ways. Like that, if from last 10 days I am uploading videos from first I am uploading videos for mathematics, then I am uploading videos for physics, now I am uploading videos for chemistry, and after that it will be circulating, then mathematics, then physics, then chemistry, like that only. Okay, and if one chapter I completed from mathematics, then new chapter will came from physics, and if this part will be completed, then chemistry will be came out. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a nice day.